I got burn into my hand and I put some Colgate on it so that I won't get any further sittings. Just for the sake of reducing my pain, I got some Colgate on it. This is good for burning area. And I was exploring something, I was cooking and a hot oil flew into my hand and this is how I got burned. Okay, whatever it is, let me tell you that welcome to Jyotimai world, and today I'm going to explore, experiment and implement how to do biryani, because in my previous video already I have told you that I'm very lousy in cook, but somehow I got to know how to do it, and today is my day to explore it and implement it. I do not know how much I will be capable enough to do it perfectly, but still I want to experiment it. Moreover, I also want to tell you one thing, that I am not pre-prepared and every ingredients will be unruly, so you have to digest it. And needless to say that my aunt is going to help me out. And for the first time, if you are watching my content, I want you to subscribe my channel for further quick updates. I hope you are enjoying, you are learning, you are exploring, if you are a gypsy like me. So further any delay, let's get started. Let's get the kitchen first. This is our Incy Wincy kitchen and very slovenly. So let's start with the ingredient first. Firstly, we have already taken a big bowl of chicken according to our family members' purpose for marinade. Now we are adding some curd into it and spices like dust cumin, red chili powder, turmeric and so on. And you have to mix it up very nicely. Already we have chopped up a big amount of onions, as you were seeing, that we just kept on the oven, and also into another oven we are boiling up the water. You have to do one thing, even before you start your cook, you have to drench the grains, I'm talking about the rice, into water for better improvement. Now I am showing my stance because I'm very much scared of fire and hot. Now you have to drop a bit amount of kawra water, rose water and salt. Also, I forget to mention some of the ingredients, that ginger, garlic and black pepper paste. Already we have mixed it up with that marinated chicken and we leave it for 1 to 2 hours. You need not to put salt while you will decode the pitcher with rice and other ingredients, and that's why into water you need add salt for fixed the taste. You have to drop into water a bit rose water and kawra water. The smell will be great. Now you have to put some spice into it, just like clove, coriander, bay leaves, aniseed, cardamom, and if it's required nutmeg, but it's not compulsory because we don't like that much smell from the rice, that's why we are skipping nutmeg. If you want, you can put into it. And now you have to lid it up. You have to keep the marinated chicken for at least 1 to 2 hours. And also, as you were saying, that already we have keep some potatoes because we would love to have it while we start digging biryani. And you have to also put some salt into potato. Top of that, also you have to put some turmeric into it. If you are enjoying my video, please do subscribe my channel for further quick updates. That's all I need from you. We have taken a fresh cauldron. Now we are pouring the drenched rice into that boiled water. In that fresh cauldron, you have to take a big amount of white oil. As you were seeing, I have a big fear of a jilt, so that's why I'm trying to save my hand by having this kind of process. I'm dropping all of these potatoes from a distance so that I won't get any kind of splash by the hot oil, but unfortunately I will have. We already skipped one step, that into hot water we should have put some white oil so that the grains of rice remain separated to each other. Every grains must be individual to each other. You have to keep that step at first front. Now we are adding it, and you have to keep it in your mind while you are making biryani. I have already taken a vise and fixed it up the cauldron so that I won't get, as you were saying, that already I have got jolted by it. My hand got burned, and I'm going to clean it up, and then again I'm going to get the Colgate on it so that I won't get any further seething. Right away she is helping me out because I got jolted by it, I got burned, my hand was itching too much, and I skipped that step, and she was trying to help me out at that point. Now we have to take up all of these half fried potato into a little bowl. All the potatoes must be 60% fried, then when you will cook it for further step, it will be absolutely fluffy and spongy. Taste will be good. Now we are using same oil where we were frying potatoes, and you have to take a big amount of onions. Mix it up well. Always bear it in your mind, you should not stir the water along with the rice again and again, otherwise the rice will break apart and it will not looks good. Also you have to check in whether if the rice turn 80% boil. Rest 20% will be boiled through the next step. And she is now trying to strain the water from the rice. As we are seeing, it's so risky, so I already skipped this step. Look at my hand, I got burned. You have to put some turmeric into that onion, and you have to stir it up very nicely, and you have to turn it into grey. So keep stirring it up. This is how it does looks. Meantime we have smashed green chili and tomatoes. Now we are drying up all of this rice, it will be better and separated to each other. As you were saying already, I have collected some of the eggs from refrigerator, and already we have it taken, and we are just boiling it up, and we will have it while we start dig in biryani. Again you have to shove it back the crispy onions. As you were seeing, it's turned to grey, and again you have to dry it up. Now into another cauldron, already we have taken again a big amount of onions, and also we put it some of the chopped tomatoes into it. You have to put some salt into it, turmeric, and you have to stir it up very well. And already we have poured that smashed green chili and tomato paste into it. I skipped it to show you up how we did it, but this is how it does look right now. You have to put again the meat masala into it if you want. I have added into it for better smell, and again I am trying to mix it up very nicely, and she is helping me out. And you have to drop all of this marinated chicken into it, and it's very heavy, and it was very difficult for me to stir it up, and she's helping me out. She is expert into it, and she's just mix the chicken very nicely. You have to lid on it, leave it at least for 20 minutes, and after 15 to 20 minutes later, this is how it does looks. And again you have to check in, you have to put the fried potato into it, and you have to leave it for 15 to 20 minutes. You have to lid on it and you have to leave it for 20 minutes. Already we have shelled out all of these eggs. After 15 to 20 minutes later, this is how it does looks. Almost it's done. We have tasted. The smell was good and the taste was also very yummy. Right now you need a picture for beat up the biryani step by step, and wait and watch how we are going to do it. Decor in the interesting part of this culinary. This is the picture of us, and we have already coated the entire inside of the picture with ghee or butter. And first of all we have to keep the first layer of our grains. You have to keep a bit amount of rice and you have to spray it inside the picture very nicely. And we are going to have the kawra water, rose water, and also we are going to have the ghee into it. Just look the process, you have to follow the same way the way I am doing. We are taking very little amount of it because we don't want too much spicy. If you want, you can add more into it. The smell will be good and the taste also will be good. Rose water, and this is kawra water. And already we have shown you that this is biryani masala, and again we skipped one step, that we didn't add that dried up onions. You have to keep it right here. We have eggs and a bit amount of chicken we are adding, and the same way you have to follow the second step of it. As you were saying that again we are adding the rice, and the same process we will follow. This is the dough of coarse flour. You have to fill the gap between lid and pitcher through it so that the ingredients mixed with the rice nicely and perfectly. You have to lower the flame right away and leave it for at least 20 minutes. This is how it does looks. Now it's time to have the result. Wow, it was smelling very good and it was looking very good, and now we are going to have. Already my little brother started digging into it. Thank you for watching. I want you to subscribe my channel and try for it.